Hi, boys and girls. Today we're going to learn how to round to the nearest 10,000 and 100,000. If you're not sure of the place value, I put a place value chart up here that can help you find each place value. So for the first one, it says round to the nearest 10,000. So this is ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. The 3 is in a 10,000 spot. Now remember, when we round, we go next door to the right, and that number tells us if it's 5 or more, let it soar, 4 or less, let it rest. So the 8 is telling the 3 to let it soar because the 8 is larger than a 5. Everything to the left, every digit stays the same, so that's going to stay a 2. The 3 is going to soar to a 4, and then all the digits after that become zeros. Let's look at the next one. The 3 is in a 10,000s place. We're going to go next door to the 5. 5 or more, let it soar. 4 or less, let it rest. So the 5 is telling the 3 to soar, so it's going to move up to a 4. Every other digit to the right becomes a 0. Next one, the 5 is in the 10,000s place. The 3 is going to tell the 5 to soar or let it rest. So 4 or less, let it rest, is the 3. Everything to the left has to stay that digit. The 4, the 3 is telling the 5 to rest. We're going to leave that the same. And everything else becomes zeros. The 7 is in the 10,000s place. Go next door to the 3. So let's think, is the 3 telling the 7 to let it rest, or do we have to let it soar? So 3 is less than 4 or less, so we're going to let the 7 rest. It's going to stay the same. Everything else to the right becomes zeros. Okay, the next one here, we're going to round to the nearest 100,000. So the 1 is in the 100,000s. We're going to look at the 9. Again, the 9, is it telling that 1 to rest or let it soar? So 5 or more, let it soar. The 9 is 5 or more. So that's going to become, oh, wait a minute. So then the 1 has to become a 2, and everything to the right becomes a 0. Next one, we have a 1, and then we're going to look at the 1 to the right, and we're going to see. Okay. So the 1 is 4 or less, so we're going to let the first one just rest, and then everything else becomes a 0. Here we have a 3 in the 100,000s place. We're going to go next door to the 5. Okay. So the 5 or more, let it soar. So that 3 is going to soar up to a 4, and everything else to the right becomes a 0. The 6 is in the 100,000s place. We're going to go to the digit to the right, is a 2. So since that 2 is 4 or less, we're going to let that 6 rest and stay the same. And then everything else to the right becomes a 0. Okay, for the next one here, we're going to compare numbers. Now, when we're comparing numbers, you start in the largest place. So we have a 4 or a 5. So right there, we know 4 is less than 5. So we're not going to go any further. So it's less than. Let's look at the next one. 100,000s, they're the same. 10,000s, they're the same. Thousands, it's the same. Oh, here's our different. 2 and 1, they're different. So 356,245 is greater than 356,167. So you just look at each digit starting on the left. 6, 6, 2, 3. Oh, this is larger. So 623,583 is less than 632,583. Look at this, 40,000, they're the same. Same. We have a 9 and a 9, a 6 and a 6, a 6, oh, and a 7. So 44,966 is less than 44,967. Okay, I hope you find this easy. Good luck. Have any questions? Let us know.